Do you have an oil paintbrush that you left out like me, like an idiot, for more than, let's just say, 6 months, and it's completely cured and dried, hard as a rock? Yeah, I'm bummed. You know, I actually have a solution to get this back into working order, but it's kind of for paintbrushes that have been sitting around for like 1 to 3 months, and it works perfectly fine. So let's put my 3-step solution to the test to see if we can restore a paintbrush that is rock hard, that's been sitting around for longer than 6 months. I honestly don't think it's gonna work, but let's give it a shot. Oh, my poor paintbrush. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna try my best to save you. Step 1 is we're gonna soak the bristles in odorless mineral spirits for 30 to 60 minutes. Now you can use anything from brush cleaner, odorless mineral spirits, to natural, to Gamblin solvent-free gel. Use whatever you have, but make sure that it's clean. Fill any glass jar up to the top where it's gonna cover the bristles. Make sure you don't go beyond the ferrule because that'll ruin some things. Yes, I have trouble with that word. Dunk it in here, and we're gonna let it soak for anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. Now, every 15 minutes, I want you to come back and push the bristles down a little bit. We wanna try to get them to bloom open a little bit so that thinner can go in there and kind of create all these little cracks for our next few steps. Right around the 30 mark, I want you to take the paintbrush out after you've made it bloom a little bit. Take it off onto a nice little shop towel or a rag, wipe some of it off, and then we want to take any junky palette knife that you have. You can also use a comb or anything that's got a little bit of a sharp edge, perhaps a dull kitchen knife you don't use anymore, blade away from you, of course. And we want to start scraping off all of this excess down here. I'll move the camera for you so you'd have a better angle, but just see how the odorless thinner was able to take off some of these shards. Now we want to sit here and do this for a little bit to create more gaps so when we put it back in the thinner, it has more places to get into. Don't use too much force here. Remember, we're just shaving off the top layer. It's okay if you remove a couple hairs here. There are gonna be a couple casualties. And just look at all that we got. All right, let's put it back into our thinner right now. Give it a little bit of a blooming. We'll come back in 30 more minutes. All right, our hour has passed, and you can see our odorless thinner is not clear anymore. It's starting to become a little milky here, so let's take it out and do one more pass of taking our palette knife or whatever object you have and scratching off whatever we can get to come off. As you can see, a lot more chunks are now doing it. Sometimes you gotta cut in here and get these little wedges out so that way the thinner can get in here nice and clean. I want to create as many gaps as possible in here for the next few steps. That's really gonna help us out. All right, so we can see a lot of this came on, but it's so bad, I think it actually requires one more dunk for 30 minutes in here. But hey, we're making progress. So let's let it sit. I'll be back for you. Okay, our time has allotted, and let's pull our paintbrush out. We're gonna wipe it off to get all the residue off, and you can already see how much softer and more pliable and bendable the bristles already are. But we still have some gunk stuck in there that we wanna get out. For step number 2, to really attack all this gunk that's in these bristles, we're gonna use one of my favorite things, and that is Murphy's oil soap. Again, let's stick our brush in our container here, and we're gonna fill the container right up to where the bristles are and it meets the ferrule, but make sure you don't go beyond that. Now we're gonna let this paintbrush soak for a while. How long's a while? Well, it really depends on how much gunk comes out. I would say do anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. What you wanna do about every 15 to 30 minutes is, again, bend those bristles so they spread out. What's gonna happen is that soap's gonna get there and start dissolving all those really big deposits of gunk. Hopefully we will notice that this honey color of this soap will eventually start turning into a milky white, which you can actually start to see right here on camera. And yeah, that milky color that it's transitioning into is a very good sign for our paintbrush. All right, about an hour has passed, and you can just see how milky the Murphy's oil soap has gotten. Let's take our brush out, and our next step requires gloves. We're actually gonna take the brush off. Let's wipe off a little bit here. And you're gonna start taking the brush and the bristles and just start rubbing it between your fingertips and start really pushing this oil soap in here and getting it all around and basically trying to pull out all the big chunks and or disintegrate all the chunks just down into nothing. You can also take your palette knife that we had from earlier, lay it down, and slowly start scratching everything off. But trust me, a lot of this stuff is coming off. Now our paintbrush is starting to look really good, but it still has a few big chunks and clusters in there. So I would recommend redunk it in the Murphy's oil soap for another hour or so. If this is really cloudy like you can see here, what I'd recommend is dump this out and put a fresh new batch right inside our jar here, so that way we can get out all the extra pigment. All right, our time has passed, and on our second one, you can see it's a beautiful honey color. So let's pull it out here, rub it between our fingers again, get all the big chunks out. Oh, it's getting so much smoother. I can almost re-see all the bristles in the brush. That's pretty awesome. And for good measure, let's just take it through the knife one more time. Now rinse this off with lukewarm water to get all the excess Murphy oil soap out. Then we can move on to step or phase 3, if you will. All right, on to phase 3. If phase 1 was more about loosening up all the gunk on the paintbrush, and phase 2 was all about actually breaking it down so we could expose the bristles, phase 3 is all about getting the fine particulates off the bristles and our paintbrush. And for that, we're gonna use our secret weapon, which is this right here, distilled white vinegar. When it comes to distilled white vinegar, the trick to making the most out of it is actually heating it up. You wanna get your white vinegar warm, not boiling hot, just above lukewarm. So that way it's just a little warm to the touch. And you're gonna pour some in a glass jar that can take the heat, obviously, and then put in your paintbrush that we took through our first 2 phases. Again, try to bring it up just to where the bristles meet the ferrule or that metal piece right there. Don't go too far beyond, because if you did accidentally get your distilled white vinegar hot, we don't wanna loosen any of the glue at the base of the paintbrush so those hairs don't fall out. Now, it's just the waiting game. Leave it in here for about 30 minutes to an hour, and again, every 15 to 30 minutes or so, give it a nice dunking and let those bristles bloom and spread out so that way the distilled vinegar can actually do its job. All right, our time has passed, and look at this. Oh my goodness, it's looking pretty darn well. Let's wipe it off here. Now the distilled white vinegar got off a lot of the finer particulates. A little hard to see on camera here. Gonna try my best to take a macro shot so you can see all the little chunks hanging at the bottom of my baby food glass jar here. And it worked exceptionally well. We can see a lot of the bristles are now back in a workable and bendable state. But we're not done yet. We actually gotta clean off the distilled vinegar. And for that, I recommend using Dawn dish soap. I actually find it easier if I just pump some in my hand here, the little foam action. Yeah, that's fancy like that. I'm gonna take the bristles, put them in here, and I'm just gonna work in this nice little lather state and work it in here and just kind of pull the bristles nice and straight, but make sure I get everything worked in here really well. I'm actually gonna let the soap sit on here for a few seconds. Now just wash clean in some lukewarm water. That's what I put in this glass jar here. Wipe it dry, and look at that. Oh my God. I can't believe that we actually got it back. I saved you, buddy. Now, once you're all done with the 3 stages or phases or steps, whatever you want to call it, there's still one more thing I would recommend you do. Since we kind of were a little abrasive to all the bristles on this delicate paintbrush here, I recommend that you also put some cleaner and preserver on it to help reshape it. For that, I like the Masters brush cleaner and preserver that you see right here. It comes in this nice little puck shape for your smaller brushes. Just get a nice little lather worked up with some lukewarm water and work the paintbrush back and forth. But you know, I actually have a better tip. Rather than getting this small little puck size, which is fantastic, go with the big boy here. Trust me, you won't go wrong with this. I use this after every time I'm done painting for the day. It's made my paintbrushes last so long, plus it saves a bunch of paintbrushes. You know what? I am honestly amazed that I was able to take a brush that had hard and cured dried oil paint, and thick oil paint, by the way, on this paintbrush, and actually restore it and bring it back to a condition that's workable. Is it the best? No, but I can still use this for perfectly fine applications within my painting. Now, I know some of you out there are saying, why go through all the time and hassle to restore a paintbrush that probably costs less than $20 or $30. And you know what? You're right. It might not be worth it for some paintbrushes out there. That's for you to decide, but some of my paintbrushes are very expensive and some mean a lot to me, and I love the way that they feel in my hand and that they work, so I want to treat them right. And if you want to treat your paintbrushes right, make sure you use the links down below for the full list of supplies. By the way, those links help me out. Oh, and one last note. At any point of the stages where you have to use the thinner for soaking, or the Murphy's oil soap for getting off the bigger chunks, or the white distilled vinegar for getting off the smaller particulates, you can repeat any of those steps numerous times to keep refining and getting extra stuff off. It's up to you to decide on how many times you have to do it or how long you need your paintbrush to soak at each stage. Each time you do it, a little more and a little more and a little more comes off. I just wanted to give you the best method that I know is tried and true because you just saw me do it and it works. It just takes a little bit of effort. And the best part is, yeah, this will work on oil and acrylic and watercolor paint brushes. So you're welcome, and I'm glad I could save your paintbrushes out there and hopefully save your wallet too. Now, if you need more awesome tips from this awesome channel, you can do me a huge favor. Watch the videos over to my side and see more of my handsome face helping you on your creative journey. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.